Hello friends. Welcome to T Academy. Let's continue the Telangana State PG Set paper 2020. So, in my previous video, we discussed the electrical circuits questions. Now, in this session, we will continue the series of questions and we'll discuss the measurement subject in this video here. Okay. The first question here it is: a 300 volt voltmeter has an error of 2% plus or minus 2% of full scale deflection. If the true voltage is 30 volts, then the range of the reading is. Okay. So in this given question, there is a instrument, that instrument having a range of 0 to 300 volts. Okay. So let me take here, this is the range. Okay. So starting from 0 volts to, it will have a range of 300 volts. Okay. So and there is an error of 2% deflection. So plus or minus 2%, plus or minus 2% is 2 by 100 into full scale deflection is how much? 300. So how much error you are getting here? So you can get the error in a plus and you can get minus here. So it is plus 6 volts and minus 6 volts. That means if you are measuring a voltage of 300 volts, okay, 300 volts, you are getting an error of how much? 6 volts. That means the meter will show the reading of 306 volts or it is 294 volts. So both the cases are possible here. Okay, that is the meaning of this plus or minus 2% here. Now, if the true voltage is, so true voltage how much? It is 30 volts. Okay, so true voltage is what? Now you are using the same meter for the measurement of 30 volts. Okay, so 30 volts means how much error it is showing? 6 volts. That is 30 plus or minus 6 volts. That means either it may be 24 volts or it may be 36 volts. Okay, so answer will be 24 volts to 36 volts. The range will be error of the instrument. That means if you are measuring 30 volts here, the meter will indicate the value from 24 to 36 volts. That is the range. Okay, next one, the question here it is: Maxwell inductance capacitance bridge is used for the measurement of inductance of what? So Maxwell inductance capacitance bridge is used to measurement of inductance, okay, which is in the range of 1 less than q less than 10. That is a medium range of inductance. So Maxwell inductance capacitance bridge is used for the measurement of medium q factor. The range will be 1 less than q less than 10 and it is used for the measurement of inductance. Okay, now low q coils. So low q coils means we can measure with the help of Anderson bridge. Anderson bridge, it is q is less than q is less than 1, and high means it is a Hayes bridge where the q is greater than 10 here. Okay, now low and medium means low value means q less than 1 and medium means q less than 10, but the Maxwell inductance capacitance bridge is used for the measurement of medium means it between 1 to 10, not less than 1 and between 10. Okay, next question: a moving coil instrument has a resistance of 0.6 ohms and a full scale deflection of how much? 0.1 amperes. 0.1 amperes. The resistance value of the shunt to convert it to an ammeter of 0 to 15 amperes range will be. Okay, so here simple basic formula, you know, that we used in most of the problems. Okay, so this is an important concept here. RSH is equal to simple formula Rm by m minus 1. Okay, the meter resistance they given as 0.6 ohms and m value is nothing but I full scale divided by I meter reading. So full scale means it is a 15 divided by meter reading is how much? Now it is 0.1, so it is what? 150 here. Now RSH will be Rm, that is 0.6 divided by 150 minus 1, 0.6 divided by 149. Okay, if you solve this, it is going to be 3 by 745 or 4.02 milliamperes. Okay, but the given answer is not in, sorry, not milliamperes, it's a mistake here, milli ohms here. The answer will be in the fraction, so I'll write 0.004 0.02 ohms like this. So answer will be A here. Okay, next one, 200 volts full scale PMMC instruments type voltmeters having figure of merit of 10 kilovolt per volt, 10 kilo ohm per volt and 20 kilo ohm per volt are connected in series. The series combination can be used to measure a maximum DC voltage of. Okay, so see the question here. So there are two PMMC instruments, okay, which are connected in series connection here. So both are having a voltage of 100 volts here, and sensitivity is what, 10 kilo ohm per volt and 20 kilo ohm per volt. So what is the total sensitivity of the instrument is 30 kilovolt per 30 kilo ohm per volt here. Now what is the full scale deflection? IFS1 is nothing but 1 by, let's assume the voltage per volt here, so 1 by 10k. So IFS2 will be 1 by 20k. So this will be what, 0.1 milliampere and 0.05 milliampere here. So this will be in a series connection here, the current will be lowest value only. So this is the current will flow. Now I need to find the voltage drop or voltage of this series combination will be, voltage drop is equal to 0.05 into 10 power minus 3 into how much total resistance here, 30 kilo ohm per volt here. Okay, per volt means what is the measurement here? So 100, so I will multiply with 100 here. So once you substitute this, you will get the answer as 150 volts. The range will be 150 volts is the answer here. Next question, the minimum number of wattmeters required to measure 3-phase 3-wire balanced or unbalanced power supply. Okay, see here, 3-phase 3-wire balanced system means, as per the Blundel's theorem, what it says is we require n-1 number of wattmeters. Okay, so here we have 3-phase 3-wire system. It's not a 3-phase 4-wire system. So 3-phase 3-wire system means it will have 3 minus 1 wattmeters. That's nothing but 2 wattmeters here. So 2 wattmeters are required. Either it may be balanced or either it may be unbalanced. So answer will be 2 wattmeters as per the Blundel's theorem here. Next one, the X and Y pattern, the X and Y inputs of a CRO are respectively, so first one is a V of sin omega t and second one is a minus V of sin omega t. The resultant resistance pattern will be, the resultant resistance pattern will be, it's a straight line. Okay, so it's carrying a straight line. Okay, it's not a ellipse, it's not a circle, it's not a figure of 8 here. So answer will be A. Next question, a potentiometer is basically, so potentiometer, what it will do is it will compare the unknown value with known values. That's why we'll use a battery there. Okay, standard battery cell of 1.086 volts. 1.06 volts with battery we are going to use here, so that it will compare the known value with unknown value, so that the deflection of the instrument will be 0. That's why it is called as a null type instrument. Okay, the galvanometer is going to show the value is going to be 0. Okay, that's why it is called as a null type instrument here. Next one, in a moving iron instrument, the deflection torque is proportional to, TD, I'll write right here. So TD is equal to half into current flowing in the instrument into I square, that is I square into dl by d theta. So this is what they asked here. So this value. In a moving iron instrument, the deflection torque is proportional to square of the current. Okay, and it is the first derivative of the inductance with respect to deflection, where the theta is nothing but deflection and L is nothing but inductance. Okay, so that the first derivative of inductance with respect to deflection, it's not with respect to time, or first derivative of inductance with respect to time here. Okay, so this is not the answer, this will be the correct answer here. Next one, the controlling torque in a single phase power factor meter is provided by. So remember this point, there is no controlling torque. Okay, so controlling torque is not provided in case of a power factor meter. Why? Because the coils which are there, okay, the coils which is going to control the power atmometer, I mean the deflection, okay, by them itself, so that there will be no controlling torque provided here extra. Okay, there is no extra controlling devices provided, but controlling torque will happen automatically between these two coils, okay, when the coils are moving. Okay, so the controlling torque in a single phase power factor meter is provided by no devices. Okay, the controlling torque itself in the device itself. Okay, next one, the electrostatic deflection of electron in a deflecting plates of a CRO. The electrostatic deflection of a electron in a deflecting plates of a CRO is nothing but a parabola in shape. Next one, the dynamometer type moving coil instrument can be used to power. That means the dynamometer type MC instrument can be used to measure the power in both the AC and DC circuits. Okay, it is used for the both AC as well as DC circuits. You can measure the power here. Okay, next one, the relative permittivity of a dielectric material can be measured by. So dielectric permittivity can be measured by with help of scaling bits only. So it is used for the measurement of capacitance. Here. So Maxwell bits is used for the measurement of inductance, and Anderson bits also used for the measurement of inductance, and Wren bits is used for the measurement of frequency. Okay, so in this video we discuss around 10 questions here, and these are the important questions here which may come in your examination. Okay, so keep this point in your mind. Wren bridge is used for the measurement of frequency, Anderson bridge is used for the measurement of inductance, and the Maxwell's also used for the measurement of inductance, and scaling bridge is used for the measurement of capacitance as well as dielectric, okay, dielectric strength of a material. Okay, so that's it for this session. In the next upcoming sessions we will discuss the control system subject of this TS-PG set. Okay, thank you friends, thanks for watching. If you like the video, please share with your friends, and if you are new to the channel, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon button so that you can get the daily updates of my YouTube channel. Okay, thank you, have a nice day.